You are listening to the Keep the Weight Off podcast with Dr. Angela, episode number 102.
Welcome to the Keep the Weight Off podcast, where we bust all the dieting myths and discover not just how to lose weight, but more importantly, how to keep it off. We go way beyond the food, and we use science and psychology to give you strategies that work. And now your host, Dr. Angela Zechmann.
All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the podcast this week. How are you doing, Marchelle?
I'm doing fantastic. I still just can't get over saying episode 102.
I know.
That's wonderful.
I know. I can't believe we're over that 100 mark, too. We're still like flying high from that milestone. So it's great.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say something really quick. More and more of our patients have been coming in and just thanking us for doing the podcast, and more of them are listening to the podcast. And I just wanted to thank all of our listeners. And, some of them I know personally, and, some of them are new listeners. So I just thank you for everyone that's listening. And we would love for you to rate and review our podcast if you could take the time. So please do that. And just thank you for listening.
Yeah. Thank you. I really do. The more ratings and reviews that go into iTunes and all of the other podcast platforms, the more people will find us. And I think we have such a unique and important perspective on this whole journey that people go on that really needs to be out there. Obesity is a chronic medical disease that has a lot of ramifications for everybody. So the more people that understand what needs to happen in order to treat it properly, the better. Thank you.
And you work so hard on these podcasts, and they're so beneficial. And so I just think that the more people that you can touch, just the better.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. All right. So this week, what I wanted to do is to follow up a little bit on last week's podcast, because last week we talked about harmful thoughts. In other words, what I mean by that is thoughts that don't end up giving us the results that we want. So that's what I mean when I say harmful thoughts. Okay. So I had talked about how I was trying to meditate one day, and I kept having all of these thoughts about how I should do this and I should do that, and how even those thoughts that would seem to be fairly harmless and perhaps even would seem to be motivating me to be a better person, that they were actually quite harmful. Because when I think those types of thoughts, and they were thoughts along the lines of, well, I should do this or I should do that, the thoughts behind the thought is, I'm not enough. And the feeling beneath the feeling is one of low-grade shame, right? Yeah. And so then this low-grade feeling of shame and of not enoughness is going to paralyze me and keep me from taking action that would actually be in my best interest and get me the results that I want, right? So, and that's because when I feel this low-grade shame, I just feel sluggish and unmotivated, and I just want to go crawl under a rock. Right?
Yeah, so, I know this kind of stinking thinking way too well.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, is the stinking thinking. So last week, I asked all of our listeners to start becoming aware of these types of harmful thoughts that are coming up. And sometimes it really takes quieting down for a bit before we can even notice that they're there, right? So have you been working on quieting your brain down a little bit? I've been trying to. Yeah,
it takes a lot of work because it happens. So it's like on autopilot, always I should do this, I should do that, just because we think that's productive thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then when you fall short, it's like, oh, man, I'm not good enough. Good enough. Yeah. And so it really takes a lot of practice.
It does. Well, I was thinking about this some more over the last week, and I've been talking to patients in the clinic, and I've been hearing a lot of similar stories from a lot of different people, women and men of all ages. And I've just been listening to their stories with a different lens, so to speak. And it occurred to me to ask the question, I wonder if when our brains feed these thoughts to us, is there any payoff? Do we actually get a payoff from thinking these types of thoughts? Or are these thoughts just thoughts that we've thought so many times that they're just on autopilot? What do you think, Marchelle? You think that there's
I
a
think
payoff?
everything we do has a payoff. I mean, I just think that's how we're wired. So, yes, I would say yes.
So there must be some sort of payoff to these kinds of thoughts. And so then I started thinking, like there's all this drama going on in our brain. What could the payoff be? And here's what I think. I think the payoff is that we become paralyzed and then everything stays the same. And when everything stays the same, the primitive brain is really happy. Because remember, our primitive brain wants everything to stay the same because that means survival. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is not what I thought you were going to say.
Yep. Our primitive brain is only interested in our immediate survival. It doesn't want us to evolve or expand or really improve our lives at all. Our primitive brain is just very, very interested in everything staying the same.
But that's not what we think is going to happen when we think those thoughts. At least that for me, that's not what I think is going to happen when I'm like, I should do this. I think that I'm going to get stuff done. And I think that, I'm making things better.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm being productive when I'm thinking that, because I'm always thinking like 10 steps ahead, like I'm going to go do that and do this. And I'm going to, go wash my car and go to the gym and I'm going to eat this and I'm not going to eat that. And, always trying to think ahead, and then not getting that done and not doing this right. And then at the end of the day going, man, I failed this and I didn't do that. And now I feel like shit. And, and at the end of the day, feeling overwhelmed and tired and that feeling of, shame and guilt and, all of that. So, wow, what a tricky brain.
Our brains are really tricky. They really are. So survival means everything to the primitive brain. And anything that is new or different could be a threat to our survival. So it could be the primitive brain just sort of knows that anything new or different could jeopardize our survival. It could be dangerous for us. And so our brains come up with all kinds of dramatic thoughts and ideas designed to keep us right where we are. Even better if we go hide under a rock in shame. Like we're definitely much more likely to survive if we're hidden under a rock. So what do we do about this? Think about all of this drama. Like I call it the soap opera in my brain. There goes my brain off on its soap opera again. So our brains will just get tons and tons of drama started for us. And the idea is to just keep us paralyzed right where we are. And so this happens anytime you decide to set a goal or try something new. It's like the brain is going to start the drama. Like it's going to go, oh my God, this is never going to work. Or what if I fail?
Oh man. Yeah. You know what I noticed? Oh gosh, the light bulb just went off because ever since I have quit the sugar and flour, this happened, January 1st, my husband and I did the sugar and flour detox. It wasn't for the first time, guys. It was for the second time. I'm going to just full disclosure here.
Right.
So we did it again. And my brain has been like on overload with the drama. Like I've been dreaming about sugar. I have been like, food has been talking. Like I have had to seriously have to drown out the thoughts because there's so much drama going on in my mind, having to reason with my brain, don't do this, don't do that. And it has been really, really difficult this time. Yeah. And I remember I was talking to you about it and I was like, why is all this going on in my mind? Like, why has it been so hard? And you were telling me because last time, I don't think that I fully committed to quitting sugar and flour. Like, I think it was sort of, maybe temporary, for a deadline, and then I was going to go back to, eating sugar. And I think that that's what happened. I was like, oh, I'll do it for, a certain amount of time. And until I went on vacation because I was trying to, fit into a bathing suit. And this time I think that when I fully committed, that my brain it's fighting with it. And so that's what you're telling me is that my primitive brain is not happy with this commitment that I've made. So that makes perfect sense. Yeah. So this is, it's been quite an experience though.
Yeah. So it's like, oh my God, how are you going to do this? What's going to happen next? What if this? What if that? What if I'm wasting my time? What if I can't get it all done? What if I get partway through and then I can't finish? What if I don't have enough time? Like any kind of thing, not just quitting sugar, but anything that we start with. Like, what if I get too tired? What if it's too expensive? What if I can't afford it? What if, what if? And it's just these paralyzing thoughts that bring all this brain drama and completely designed to scare the crap out of us and keep us right where we are. Isn't that interesting? Like, I don't need to watch drama on TV. There's enough drama going on in my own brain to keep me stuck forever.
That's exactly what's been going on, and all for nothing. It has not been productive whatsoever. It's not helped me at all. And it has just been a whole lot of stuff going on inside of my mind that doesn't even need to be there.
So I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and she said, "Oh, you should hear the soap opera in my brain." She's like, she said, "You have no idea what's going on inside my brain." She's like, and these thoughts will keep you awake at night. So lots of our patients are like telling me all the time how they can't get to sleep because all these thoughts are sort of paralyzing them and creating all this drama. And then, or they'll go to sleep and then they'll wake up in the middle of the night with all these sort of paralyzing thoughts. And so I just want all of our listeners to know that if this is happening to you, like you're not weird. There's nothing wrong with you. You have a normal brain and you have a brain that's just trying to keep you safe, right?
Right.
So keep you paralyzed, keep you right where you are, keep you safe, and you're not alone. So, and it's so funny because when I point out to people what the brain is doing, and people recognize what's going on in our brains, like, oh my God, what if this? What's like, oh, this is so awful, and we actually have a pretty good laugh about it.
So don't give up. That's what I'm telling. That's what I need to tell myself too. It's like when I'm doing the meditation now, because I do have to have those quiet moments, and mine has to be guided. Like I was telling you, like I have to do the guided meditation right now because I'm just not. I am too ADHD not to. I have to do the guided meditations so I could just slow my mind down. But I know not to give up because I know that I'm doing something good. Right. I know that when we're evolving and we're doing something good for ourselves, not to let all those lies foul us up because we are evolving and doing something good for ourselves. So just to keep going and to do the meditation, like the doctor was saying, and quiet our thoughts. And then, as you practice, you'll be able to get past that and to keep going.
Well, and to just even recognize what's going on in your head with an objective mind. Yeah.
Right.
That's one of the ways that meditation can really help. So, So it's like your brain is going to go, oh my God, I didn't do that right. Oh my God, I hit the drive-through because I didn't have dinner planned. I'm never going to figure this out.
Yeah. And then, because before I would listen to that stuff. And I would believe it and I would give up. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if you follow these thoughts out, the feeling that they create is one of discouragement or even worse, shame. And then you're completely paralyzed and you're unable to take any real action that will get you the results that you want. So it's just super important to become an observer of all of these little thoughts that our brain is presenting to us. That just because our brain presents a thought to us doesn't mean that it's true or even very helpful.
That's what I think is so great about empowered weight loss is we have so many people that have come into the clinic, for your weight loss program, and they've tried all these diets, right? And they try and fail, and they try and fail, and they try and fail, and they don't understand why. They think that they're broken, and they don't understand, why these diets, fail them, because they're designed to fail, because they don't understand, the psychological part of weight loss. And so that's why empowered weight loss is so important, because you learn this part of weight loss, the psychological part of weight loss, the part, of creating a new identity, of dealing with the emotional part of weight loss. And so that's what I love about your program. It makes it totally different than anything else. And it can be forever. It can be lasting forever. So,
well, once you kind of figure out what all these thoughts are that are going on in your brain, and then you can make a choice. Do I want to keep this thought or not? So we work on this really hard in empowered weight loss. And we work at developing the skills of observing the thinking that's going on in our brain. So if you want to practice this skill, I have a little assignment for each of our listeners this week. Okay. So I want you to see if you can catch yourself in any brain drama. Okay. Just notice it. And then you don't have to fix it right now. You don't have to fix it. Just notice it. Just noticing it is going to be a huge help for you. Then go to our Facebook group. So our Facebook group is called Sugar and Flour Busters Society. So if you're not already a member, just go to Facebook groups and ask to be admitted to Sugar and Flour Busters Society. And then I'm going to put up a prompt, and the prompt is going to say, let us know some of the thoughts that your brain is presenting to you that is going to create drama and keep you stuck. Okay. And so the more people that we can get to go in there and answer the questions to this prompt, what we might be able to do here is to help each other out, because somebody else might not notice they're thinking the same thoughts too.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
Yeah. If you post underneath the prompt what your brain is presenting to you about your weight loss journey that is designed to keep you stuck and discourage you, then you might be able to help somebody else notice what their brain is presenting to them. So I think that would be a really great, just a starting point to help you become more aware of what your brain is doing. And then also always remember that we're here to help you in the Empowered Weight Loss membership. It's, if you're learning a lot from these podcasts, imagine what you can do with more specific focus, taking action and learning with a group of people who are all working together to develop these really important skills, and skills that are frankly never really taught in other weight loss programs, for sure. So if you're interested in doing that, just go to journeybeyondweightloss.com/yes, and then you can sign up and get yourself in and get to work on your own thinking and your own weight loss journey with a whole new perspective. How's that sound?
That sounds amazing. It's true, you guys. If you want lasting weight loss, do yourself a favor, start working on yourself and get into empowered weight loss, you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other comments, Marchelle?
That's it for me.
Yeah. I think this has been really good. So just notice the drama.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it myself. I mean, it takes practice. It's not easy.
All of this, oh my God, thinking, or I'm never going to get it figured out, or, this isn't working.
This is going to be too hard. I can't, do I have to do this forever? Can I do this forever?
Yeah. Just lots and lots of soap operas in our heads.
Don't listen to it.
Well, it's only going to serve to keep you stuck and keep your primitive brain happy, but the rest of you is going to continue to really struggle. So notice those thoughts, go to Sugar and Flour Buster Society, put them down, and let's see what we can do to help each other catch ourselves in the drama. Okay. All right, everyone. Have a great week, and we will talk again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey, if you really want to lose weight and keep it off for good, your next step is to sign up for Dr. Angela's free weight loss course, where you're going to learn everything you need to get started on your weight loss journey the right way. Just head over to journeybeyondweightloss.com/free course to sign up. Also, it would be awesome if you could take a few moments and write a review on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you in Journey Beyond Weight Loss.